Alright guys, it's finally time for the bag tag tutorial.
Now, if you've watched my other tutorials, you know that I go in depth. I tell you where I got it, all the supplies I use. I try to be as specific as possible, so you guys can get everything you need to make this stuff. So first things first, as usual, I'm going to show you where I got it. It's from Applique Alley. She literally has it on sale for $1 right now. Go get it on her website, Applique Alley. Okay. Also, super quick, it comes in 3, 4, 5, and 6-inch sizes. Okay, so I have it pulled up in Embrilliance, and I'm actually going to make one for my daughter. So I'm going to come over here and change the text. So now that is changed. Now I'm going to come down here, and she's not in first grade. She's going into 11th grade. I'm going to cry, you guys. I have a junior and a senior this year. Okay, anyway. So this one is the same font, but in 1/2 inch. And I'm going to move this over a little bit. Okay, now we're going to go over the supplies really quick. I have one piece of tearaway stabilizer in my 5.5 by 5.5 hoop. This that I use, little clear vinyl. It's actually a vinyl tablecloth that I got off Amazon. It's huge and it's lasted me forever. I just cut little squares for my little shaker bag tags. I also got this off Amazon, the little pieces that I'm going to put in there. And I just picked out the pieces that I want. And then I got this from Michael's. I also put like a little bit of this in there. The two faux leather colors that I'm using are yellow and like a glossy white. Obviously, this is going to be whatever colors you want to use. But those are also, most of the stuff's going to be linked in my Amazon storefront under the embroidery section. Anything that's not linked in there that you have a question about, just leave a comment. I promise I will try to answer as best as I can where I got everything from. Okay, so I've already put the design on my USB and put it in there, got the hoop all set up, and I'm going to do a placement stitch so I know where to put the first layer of vinyl. Okay, so I have my little square cut out of the faux leather that I'm going to put down here, but I am going to spray this little adhesive on the back of here just to hold it in place. Okay, now that I have that down there, I'm going to go ahead and do the tack down stitch. Now I'm going to pop this out of here and trim the excess faux leather around the stitching. Okay, now that we have this cut out, we are going to do the placement stitch for the actual notepad paper. And the next stitch is basically just going to be tacking this down, just like we did with the yellow one. Okay, now we're going to take this off of here again, and I'm going to trim the excess of this white faux leather. Okay, we are on step 5 now, and that is going to be the little blue lines in the notepad paper. Okay, step 6 is the little holes, and I just use silver for that. Okay, we're on step 7 now, and that's just going to be the little line on the notebook. I use like a purple. Okay, so we're on step 8 now. We just finished with 7, and if you switched around your stitch sequence in Embrilliance, this is where you would stitch out your letters. But I didn't do that, so I'm going to just skip down to the letters, the name and all that, the grade, and stitch that out, and then go back to step 8. Okay, now that that's done, I went back to step 8, and now it's going to do the satin stitch around the notebook paper. Okay, so the satin stitch is done. We are on step 9, and this is the point where I'm going to add in my glitter and the little school buses and pencils and things like that, and then I'm going to put the little vinyl, the clear vinyl, right on top so we can stitch it down. And I just try to kind of squish everything into the middle so that when it stitches out, it doesn't like stitch over the little clay pieces and glitter and stuff. Okay, so I have my glitter and my clay pieces in the middle, and now I'm just going to lay this vinyl right on top and do the tack down stitch. stitch. Okay, now I'm going to take this off of here and I'm going to trim all the excess vinyl right here. Okay, so now everything shakes around. Now that everything is done stitching on the front, I'm going to add some adhesive on this faux leather and I'm going to stitch down and cover the whole back of the bag tag. Now that that is tacked down, I'm going to take this off of here, flip it over again, trim this, and trim all the excess faux leather around the stitching. Okay, that's all cut out, so we're going to flip this back over, pop it back on here, and then we're going to do the satin stitch around the entire edge. Okay, now that the satin stitch is done, we are on step 12, and it's going to stitch the little circle for you to put like your keyring or string or ribbon or whatever it is you're going to put to attach it to the backpack. Okay, we are on the final step, and now it's just going to do a bean stitch all around that hole and all around the entire thing. All right, guys, we are done. I'm just going to trim some of these little threads and pop this out of here. And I will, once I pop this out of the stabilizer, I'll kind of clean up the edges. Just like that. Looks so good. So now we're going to get the crocodile. And we're just going to punch a hole right in there. Make sure you don't get the stitches because you don't want it to unravel. Okay, so now you have a hole there. I'm going to use a little white. I think it would be cute though with pink or blue. You're going to take your crocodile and squish it. There you go. You can decide how you want to attach it to the backpack. I like using these little ball chains. I just feel like they're really durable, and kids can be like crazy with their backpacks, just throwing them around, doing the most. So I feel like these are really durable. They're not going to snap off as easy. People can use ribbon, or I know a lot of people use these too, that screw on. So that part's going to be personal preference. You can add some ribbon on there, whatever you want to do to make it cute. I'm going to leave it like this until she tells me how she wants me to do it, but she's not home right now, so we'll figure it out. But that's it, guys. I need to make one for my son for his senior year. All right. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Love you. Bye.